Did you already restart it?
Yeah, I just started it.
Oh, god damn. Oh, you just restarted the app.
I restarted the whole thing.
God damn, you got such a quick fucking boot up process. Oh, you just restarted the app.
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, actually, okay. Well,
So what's going on, everybody?
Thought I could deal with a little rapper for a minute. But...
For the second time today. Had a little technical difficulties for some stupid reason. And it still looks like it's a little laggy, but we'll give this a try, see what happens. Check Facebook before I actually start getting into this. Facebook still says I'm not even live.
I'm going to look. I need to share it all anyways.
Oops. I clicked a lot of buttons. Nope, here we go. Alright, let me know down in the comments how the video's turning out, because at this point, I don't know. We're missing a good game so far, though.
Yeah, we're good.
I got sound playing from somewhere.
I can't stand that.
Okay, yeah, you can take over on that computer. I have the Gamecast thing pulled up. Welcome to the first ever XFL Sportsbeast LiveCast. I do have to update the score. It's I missed another touchdown. I do have to update the score.
I thought you did too. And it was running back Brian Hill finally on the board for the St. Louis Battlehawks. It was running back Brian Hill. Good little short throw over to the left side, wide open. Brian Hill coming out of the backfield.
So we got 5 minutes left in the first quarter for this game. It is the Battlehawks, St. Louis Battlehawks versus DC Defenders, both of which who are atop the North. Can you push that over there? Fighting for their first loss today. Or not fighting for it, but...
It's my loss, you son of a bitch.
But fighting to not get that loss. Let me update the score real quick. It is St. Louis who just converted a 2-pointer. St. Louis Battlehawks 8, DC Defenders 14.
Both of these teams are 2-0, so one of them are walking away with a loss.
Unless they tie, I don't know if they do that.
They better not, dude. You can't have what the NFL's doing.
What was it, 14? 8-14?
Oh, Brian Hill giving people the people's elbow. Just torque this up a little bit.
So when they bring that back up on the screen, I'll make sure that's right.
14-8, yeah, that's right.
I think that's what I said.
Yeah.
Like 2 seconds ago. But yeah, we had a little bit of technical difficulties on top of Cody being late. That's nothing new. The technical difficulties was.
Only one thing was different today.
I showed this in the first one, but this is what we're going. This is the matchup we're looking at. Two teams ready to battle it out for the top spot in the North. Basically, can St. Louis remain undefeated on the road? Or will DC defend their home turf from their first loss? And obviously, kickoff has already started. But we can talk about these teams a little bit while they're on a commercial. Let's start off with the Battlehawks. One of my favorite teams in the league so far, aside from the Brahmas, who are playing pretty exceptional as well. Like I said, they're a good team. They're tied for first in forced fumbles and fumble recoveries. So getting it done on defense is huge.
All right.
Fourth in passing, fourth in rushing, and third in receiving. But they're very good at moving the ball downfield, as we just saw. So they can get the job done. They're just not putting up crazy numbers like a few of the other teams are. Only 2 sacks in the league. So they can't really get to the quarterback.
In the league?
In the league.
Holy crap.
Only 2 sacks, which is last in the league. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, I was like, wait a minute. Like, you're telling me all these defensive ends and D tackles aren't getting to the quarterback at all throughout the whole league.
Battlehawks only have 2 sacks, which is last in the league. And we'll talk about field goals once we see one. They have not had a home game yet. This is their 3rd week. Have not been on or in their home field. Expecting to have over 32,000 people at their first home game.
Holy crap.
Louis. So if they can do that,
how
that's
baller
amazing.
would that be if we could go?
That's amazing for the league. And we'll jump right to the Defenders. They're still on commercial. Defenders. They're last in passing, but they're almost the best in every other category. Except receiving, obviously, passing and receiving go hand in hand. 186 yards receiving, 183 passing. First in rushing, which is kind of crazy with the way this game started, and nobody saw, at least from us. Both of them, they were through the air most of the time. But they're a very good team. Obviously, it's why I think technically they're first with the way their stats line up. DC Defenders are first, Battlehawks are second.
Okay.
But both teams, like Cody mentioned, undefeated.
2-0 in the North. They're both in the same division.
Yep. Fighting for that top spot today. So both teams doing pretty well. I'm expecting a good game, and so far it hasn't let me down. It's been a very good game.
I would just like to say I'm extremely thankful for the XFL in general. I mean, normally this time is when the depression starts to sink in. You know, you haven't seen football in a while, and the last time you seen football, it was one game. So, I mean, just seeing some football played on the TV is amazing as a fan.
And the way the XFL is structured is, I think, right up there with the NFL, if not a little better gameplay-wise. Because, like, the kickoffs right here, they're placed on, the teams are separated from the 30 and, like, the 35. You have one kicker in the backfield, one punt return or kick return in the other backfield. The ball, or the line cannot move until the return man catches the ball.
And in normal NFL, you can start running. You can almost get a running start with your kicker. So as soon as the boot connects the football, it's head down running.
Yeah.
Downhill running. There you go.
Downhill.
Where the returns are back.
The returns are back.
It brings it back. There's no insane momentum on the clash, which is what they wanted to avoid in the NFL, was the downhill running and then clobbering into another human almost at 20 miles an hour.
Yeah. I think
they don't do this. It's nice. You get a little bit of a trench play, and then after that, depending on how far your returner has ran it out, that's the only downhill run you get, which is what, 10 yards maybe?
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, if you kick it in the end zone for a touchback or it goes out of bounds, just like in the NFL, it's a flag.
So your goal is to not do that. Just like in the NFL, you don't want to kick it out of bounds. This time, you just don't want to kick it. You want to kick it in play.
Oh, did he fumble that? I think that's what they're looking at.
It popped out, but I don't know if he was down yet.
But let's. We haven't talked because I've been trying to fix some things. You want to take DC? I'll take Battlehawks.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
All right.
So I'll start calling DC. Obviously, AJ McCarron, the quarterback there, he'll slide for a 2-yard gain. AJ McCarron, I've just kind of gravitated towards this team because it was weird for me a couple days before the XFL started. I was like, man, I wonder whatever happened to AJ McCarron. Like, I wonder if he's still in the league, what's going on with him. And then the first XFL game that I can watch, he's starting for the Battlehawks.
Nice, there you go.
I'm not saying they're my favorite team or nothing, but right now they have they're second and 9, ball on the 45-yard line, or 35, sorry.
And there will be a couple people from the XFL that will get another chance in the NFL from this stint.
Oh, absolutely. It happened last year, too.
One being Ben DiNucci.
Last time they played.
Quarterback for the Sea Dragons. And AJ McCarron is in second. But he's still behind by 400 yards.
Yeah.
So it looks like Seattle Sea Dragons is the only team really slinging it.
35, 3rd, and 11. 3 receivers at the top of your screen. There's a flag. That'll bring out the first time old Pete, penalty Pete, gets to officiate the NFL for us.
Give me the Pete boys and free my soul.
They got a little bit of a false start on the Battlehawks, so they'll back it up. But I'm glad you brought that stat up because the way they're playing, honestly, I do think, what's his name, Cone for the Brahmas. Remember you thought it was Corn a couple weeks ago?
Oh, yeah, Jack Cone.
It is an A, not an R.
Jack Corn.
But Cone is a boss quarterback. You watch him play, you'll be like, he's second.
Really?
Stats don't mean nothing.
Really?
The way he plays and gets the job done, second in the XFL. So they'll back it up to the 40. Got 3 receivers at the top of your screen. A.J. McCarron alone in the backfield. He'll scramble to the top of your screen, directing traffic. 40, 35, and he'll slide down inbounds.
Plenty of time, too. Looks like they only rushed 3 to get after the quarterback in it. He had all day. He could have stayed another 10 seconds looking for someone to be open. But when you only rush 3, you're dropping more people back into coverage. And that's what you want to do. You want to force them to stay longer in the pocket or make a run for it. You're hoping by then that your defense can sack the quarterback, but we've already mentioned that doesn't happen too much in this league.
So I said we will talk about field goals when we see one. Here's a field goal. Donald Hagman for a 4th, and he misses it
wide right. Leg action is not the same in the XFL.
And they are 3 for 6, now 3 of 7 in field goals. Their longest being a 44-yarder.
He had a game winner last week as time expired.
Yeah, so they were able to get the job done a few times, coming back late in the games.
Defender. They get the ball back. They're already ahead by 6.
Sorry, I missed it. No good. There it is for you. So now the defenders will take over from the 43-yard line.
You got quarterback Eric Dungy back in the backfield right now in Raquel Armstead. It's a handoff up the middle. Number 23. It is Raquel Armstead. I'm sorry. Looking at the jerseys and stuff are night and day different than the NFL.
Even the field, the paint on the field is like it's faded already.
Right. Eric in shotgun again. Another handoff to Dungy. He breaks it to the right side and gets flipped. Loses the ball. Looks like the Battlehawks have it. We'll see this on a slow motion, but he was flipped.
He looked like he might have been down before he lost.
Looked like somebody tried to shake the money out of his jeans, and then when they were done, just dropped him on the head.
Like he was a piggy bank. You're trying to.
Look at it. What? Ooh.
Arms down, heads down.
Okay, yeah, that elbow may be down before that second contact comes. Oh, that may be out. They should slow this down and look at it again, but
it doesn't look like they're going to challenge it.
Oh, just in time. I thought DC was going to get off a snap. I don't know who initiated it, though. The coaches or the refs?
That's another thing that's cool. You can challenge any play in this game.
And then this is another thing I love. They go to the box. They get this guy talking. He will tell them what to do.
Yeah. And he doesn't like just say what he wants to happen. He looks at multiple angles on the film.
Look, there's his elbow down, it looks like.
He'll from start to finish. This is what I'm seeing. This is what I would call, and this is why. This is what needs to happen in the NFL.
I completely agree. Dean Blandino.
Obviously,
he's that guy.
He's the ex-NFL officiator.
Right, yeah. So he has all the knowledge you possibly can want.
And their setup's cool. You know, if he needs a different view, he'll just point his finger, kind of like a hologram computer.
And might I say already, the replays are better than what we're given for the NFL. Yes. 10 times better already. The NFL, they'll show you 5 views where you won't even see the ball.
Because you're looking at what Blandino is looking at.
And that's what you need to decipher the play.
He's controlling the view, the speed of the tape, everything. And as he's going, he's pointing out, his hand down here, his shoulder might have hit here. I love.
It's incredible already. The NFL has been stale for how long? They could learn from just watching a season of the XFL.
Not 3 games. I'm stoked, and it's 3 games.
Oh, that says possible fumble. They're not just labeling it a fumble right away.
That is cool.
Possible.
But as I was saying about this challenge, you can challenge literally any play. If you think there was holding or pass interference on a play, throw your flag, boom, you can challenge it.
I like that. Is that what is underneath the timeouts? Is that the challenge?
You have to have one timeout to be able to have one challenge.
Because I'm assuming if you lose a challenge, you lose a timeout still.
Correct.
Okay. Chris Coyote.
It's an awesome name. I was liking his name so much I didn't even hear the call.
I didn't hear it either.
It sounded like you said they wouldn't be charged with a timeout, though.
No, it is turned over. It is a fumble. St. Louis Battlehawks take control.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, like, what are you talking about?
Sorry. I forgot. Fake handoff. Oh, and it'll be batted down at the line of scrimmage by it. I was going to say AJ McCarron, but he's quarterback.
He throws it and steps in front of his own pass. A.J. McCarron, 4 touchdowns, 1 interceptions, throwing a 66% on completions and 450 yards.
Receivers spread at the bottom of your screen, and a running back in the backfield with McCarron in shotgun.
Oh, they're coming after this quarterback.
Ball on about the 47-yard line. It'll be a handoff to the top of your screen. Still on his feet, fighting for those yards.
Good extra.
3 yards shy of a first down.
Speaking of Brian Hill, he only has about 57 rush yards, 9 attempts. He does not run very much, but already today we've seen him catch out of the backfield. He's the guy that had the touchdown earlier.
3rd and 2. A minute to go in the first. Receivers are so spread. You got a man in motion at the top of your screen.
They're coming after the quarterback.
Over the middle, wide open. He's at the 25-yard line, and he was way down. That was number 11 caught over the middle. Darius Shepard. Beautiful, beautiful route. Good little crossing play over the middle, just to back that defender off that extra yard.
All right. So open, too. Wide open. They rushed 5 or 6 to get after that quarterback, and it wasn't enough. It wasn't fast enough. A.J. McCarron still threw that untouched.
9 of 12. He's got 91 yards and a touchdown. Knocking on the door for another one. Got a man in motion coming across the screen. There'll be a pitch play to the top, number 23 for 2 yards. Brian Hill. It's going to take me a minute to get used to this roster setup.
And this is his first game, so I don't know if this is his first game, to be honest. I didn't see last game, but it says he's only got 1 game. So it's either they're counting right now what's happening, or he didn't do much last game, I should say.
Yeah, because even the stats, like ESPN doesn't have stats, which I think is
ridiculous.
Bogus.
ESPN's trash.
If you're allowed to film this stuff and broadcast it, you should have to have stats for it.
You give 90 other people pointless jobs putting stats and blogs up, okay? You can't put someone to cover a whole league.
Yeah.
You're a joke, ESPN. That's why everyone's transitioning to Yahoo.
And eventually Sports Beast Media. But it'll be a while.
Right. We'll get there.
Speaking of, I don't know if you noticed.
Oh, I seen it.
Got the new polo on with the new. There will be some merch for Sports Beast.
The only thing that'd be better if he popped his collar, but
I'm not doing that. But I am putting up. I got a bunch of merch this morning. The products are amazing. It's the Sports Beast script, and it's not just in the chest here. The Sports Beast script is big and on the shirt, and it looks super nice. Everything. Feel the shirt. It's super comfortable. It's not this stiff polo.
Yeah.
But I love this shirt. I got the crest now. All that will be posted on the website, which is this.
Yeah, go ahead and pull up that link.
www.sportsbeast.wixsite.com. facebook.com/SB1. It is long. It is only temporary until I can afford to get my own. But you can go there, check it out. It is a site in progress, so we will be making changes. Also on there, we're going to be posting blogs. Cody writes some for his as well. Whatever, we give you a free range. If you like to watch a game, a match, I don't care what it is, cricket, whatever you want to watch, NASCAR, I don't care.
Pop in, look at the articles. If it intrigues you, go ahead and read it.
Take a read. Most of them, I think right now there's 3 or 4 of them on there, all under 4-minute reads.
Yeah, I mean, it'll tell you how long the expected read time is, which I think is nice. You keep scrolling below that, and then it comes to all your little videos and everything.
Yep.
So you have what you need. You can read our blogs if you want, which I think is cool. We're just now started the blogs. I like doing it. Look for another UFC one, Jones versus Gaines. So that one will be coming out soon. I know we've got some football ones up there and a UFC one, but we're just starting. Look for us to funnel everything toward that site in the future, though.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot more. We're only doing 2 a week right now. Obviously, he chooses whatever he wants to write about, and then I'll write one at some point in the week, and then we'll put it up on there. I'd like to get at least one more person writing for us.
That would be nice.
I think that'd be pretty sweet.
Just get some people's different opinions and views and stuff like that in there.
Yeah. And then, like he said, you can watch almost any video that we upload from the channels or Facebook or whatever. That goes up there as well. And also, that's where you can find you can hit the shop and stuff like that. But like I said, it is a work in progress. Not everything's done yet. But we're getting there, and I'll let you know what everything looks like here in the next couple weeks. But sportsbeast.wixsite.com/SB21. Battlehawks. Ball looks like the 15. Again up the middle. A little slant play action.
Gets them to the 3-yard line.
Shepard again.
Levin's been open underneath every time so far. Every time he catches the ball streaking across the underneath, he's wide open for at least 10 yards of running room.
Yeah, that was good too because he caught it. It was only like a 3-4 yard pass turned into 12 yards.
Got him down to the 3-yard line. St. Louis is knocking, and they want the lead. Now, how much you get 6 for a touchdown, just in general,
6
correct?
for a touchdown,
okay,
yep.
Okay.
And then you have the option of 1, 2, or 3. No extra.
See, this is where it's going to be interesting because if they score, say this was at the end of the game, they score, it's tie game. Now all you need is 1. That just puts the pressure on the defense more. You're not just standing around waiting to see if a kick goes through the uprights.
I like it because it gives the option for comebacks to actually work.
If you notice in NFL, scoreagami, it's completely different in this one. Oh!
Up the middle. Did he drop it?
He did! The handoff! The handoff was not transferred very well. He pretty much just tried to give it to him, but I do think they keep it. Oh, well, never mind. As soon as I say that, the DC defenders run out of the pile with the ball.
That was number 21, Mateo Durant. First time we've seen him, or at least on the live cast.
Yeah.
He didn't even...
That's what I mean. It was a bad handoff.
That was... that's depressing, to be that close and just cough it up.
Knowing you were probably 1 or 2 plays away from at least tying it.
Not a clean handoff. Killer every time.
Now, how are they going to play this? Because it looked like the view they just gave us, he was already down laying on top of the ball. It looked like it got ripped out after the pile. Well, that's how the XFL is playing it. They're letting it stay. I figured they might slow it down and look like, okay, the play should be over now. You know what I mean? That type of thing. The stuff the NFL doesn't, but... And it's a quarterback keeper up the middle! Eric Dungy for about 15 yards. Nope, I lied. It was not Dungy this time. It was...
Jordan Teamu.
Wow.
Yeah, I also like that about that.
More quarterbacks in rotation? Yeah.
Exactly. AJ McCarron will be your main one for the Battlehawks, but a lot of teams are just trying them out.
And a handoff up the middle to number 4. And it's Abram Smith for about 3 yards.
Get a little breathing room from that end zone.
Yeah, no doubt.
Beautiful play call for that keeper. There's another quarterback right there.
Derek King. Yep. Was it Eric or Derek?
I don't know.
Interesting. Ball snapped. The ball's fake handoff. It's up the middle. Oh! What would have been a great catch and possibly a race for the end zone. Lucky Jackson can't pull it in. The pass was a little bit too high.
Fire name.
Lucky Jackson? Yeah. Did hit his fingertips. Everyone else says you got to bring those down.
I am having a little bit of work done. You might hear some hammer.
So you got Stomp outside performing? Got a man in motion over to the center, then slides back outside to the left. Rolling to his left, throws, and it's no good, just out of reach. And he wants a flag. Josh Hammond won't get one. The throw from Te'amu was just a little bit outside. Great play, though. I like how they're bringing in Te'amu, switching up the whole look of the whole thing. And that's a flag.
The number was 24. I don't even have that on the sheet.
24 for what?
The Battlehawks Defenders.
Oh.
We'll get a little bit of leg action.
Punter Daniel Whalen. That Whalen
Good
Jennings.
punt. Booming punt.
Ooh.
Down at the 20. Corralling 13 hit his own player in the hip.
Didn't get touched, but he ran into his own player.
Awesome.
There's a little scrum. A little scrum. The guy's helplessly just laying on the ground waiting for it all to end. See, I like this. The graphics are really good. I mean, if they can get the skill level the NFL does, I think this would be another league to compete with the NFL. But right now, the only thing separating them is the talent. Which makes sense. I mean, I'm a talented player. I'm going to go play for millions, not hundreds of thousands for these teams. It makes sense, but
we talked about this in just a podcast episode. That's how it's people like AJ McCarron who want to play. He could have signed another year to be a backup in the NFL, but he's like, hey, I want my kids to see me play.
He wants to have fun. He doesn't want a bench ride.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it's players like that that are going to make the difference in the XFL. Obviously, money talks, so maybe he gets a contract for a bunch of money next year.
That's what I'm saying. You get one or two people from the NFL that has like the best talent at that position, maybe, and then the money, you could then start paying your people more because more views will come in. Yeah. It's the only trickle-down effect that really works in America. Any other trickle-down effect is a lie, but... This is a real trickle-down effect. The perfect example of it.
Yeah, I mean, it all goes hand in hand. How do you gain viewers? You create stars.
Mm-hmm.
How do you create stars? You got to pay people more for the better talent.
Yeah.
You know, once you start doing that, obviously the XFL can only go up from there. And I was talking. I said I wanted to see the XFL as big, if not bigger, than the NFL.
I would like it. I think the commissioner's already 10 times better.
You have those people right now that are like, well, I don't. It'll never be as big. Like, I hate that mindset.
Because
you're so set in one way.
You
don't want to look at something else and be like, I also would like that to be good.
The only constant thing on this world is that change is happening everywhere. It doesn't matter if it's your favorite league. It's bound to change.
Yeah. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, the USFL is starting in a few months. The XFL is starting and is doing okay. But you have these two that are competing
combine and make a powerhouse.
Merger, it happened 60 years ago.
I was just about to say AFL and
NFL.
Yeah.
And you just added more teams.
Yeah.
You no doubled the league size.
You no longer have to stick with just 2 conferences, 4 teams each. You can grow.
Crazy.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Same sport.
You combine these two, take the best aspects of both of them, create a league.
Yeah, why
your
fight each other?
Your player pool grows, your views grow, everything.
Yeah, because you're going to have those people who only watch XFL or only watch the USFL.
Ladies, let me know what you want. The XFL and the USFL being a grower? Or do you want the NFL just being a shower and nothing else? That's it.
AJ McCarron in shotgun. 23 Brian Hill right next to him. 2 receivers at the top of your screen. 1st and 10 for the Battlehawks. It'll be a handoff right up the middle. Gain of 3. I remember his name, but I can't place him. Is he an ex-Patriots quarterback? Gronkowski?
Is that who it is?
Yeah, his name is Gronkowski.
Oh, yeah, then he's definitely an ex-quarterback. I can't recognize his face, so they didn't label him. I was like, I don't know who that is.
McCarron alone in the backfield. Pressure coming in. Oh, a little screen play to the left. Brought down quick after a gain of a few. Stephen Mitchell on the reception.
My problem is the NFL, you look at it right now, there's no improvements going on whatsoever. It's just become stale. The only improvements we get is occasionally when a superstar team complains about a rule.
Ball in the 38, new set of downs for the Battlehawks. Bunch of receivers at the bottom. Ooh, looked like you got an early jump. Another screen play to the bottom of your screen this time. Again, Mitchell.
The flag comes out finally.
Pete, welcome back. We'll see if we can pay attention to this.
Grow the XFL. Cleveland needs a team. Yes, we do. Like I already said, it could be the Cleveland Cougars, and Zach Wilson can be the quarterback.
Offsides on number 6. Yes, if that's not your birthday, you have failed as a scout.
He's already on his way out of the NFL. You guys need a quarterback. You need a Cleveland team. Makes sense. You already got your mascot and everything.
So it'll now be 1st and 5 for the Battlehawks after that penalty. Oh, I forgot to change that.
Oh,
second
nice.
quarter. 10 minutes left to go in the second. Handoff. He'll bounce out to the bottom of the screen. Stumbles a bit. Stands up.
There we go. Gets past the first.
Enough for a new set of downs. I told somebody the other day, if somebody would give me a loan, I would build a team in Cleveland.
That'd be nice. That'd be amazing.
I just need investors.
Right, yeah. I need investors and maybe a coach.
Yeah. Well, that's what the loan's for.
Yeah.
Another handoff right up the gut. He's bouncing all over the place. Human ping pong.
Running.
That was Mateo Durant who fumbled on his previous carry. Battlehawks have done a lot of running.
Battlehawks the one that has Hines Ward as a coach?
No, that's the Brahmas.
That's the Brahmas, okay.
They have like the whole ex-Pittsburgh team.
That's crazy.
Joey Porter, like Hines Ward. They're a good team. Handoff on the other side of the 50. Tries to throw deep. Just out of reach of number 3, Marcel Aitman. Bring up 3rd and 3 for the Battlehawks. Just on the other side of the 50. Not moving the ball exceptionally well this time. Or in this drive, I should say. But things can happen. Tight formation. And it'll be... Oh, just off of the hands on a wheel route. AJ McCarron did not like his attempted catch. And 21, Mateo Durant got a face full of dirt. I thought it was a pretty good attempt. I mean, obviously you got to try to get both hands up there, but it was out of his reach just a hair. That'll bring up the punter, Sterling. Oh my gosh, Hoffercher. Wow, I think it's Hoffercher. Fair caught at the 10 by DC. I had a feeling this was going to happen. Once we started live streaming, everything was going to slow down. Because they were just going off while I was trying to fix my problems.
I walked in the door and they scored a touchdown.
But it has been a pretty good game so far. Defenses look like they've tightened up. You know, they're not just giving up those random yards. You're up.
DC Defenders take over, still up by 6, and it's a handoff. Stopped in the backfield.
Derek King and a quarterback.
They've had, since I've sat down, I've seen them come out with 3, all their quarterbacks they have right now. They've used all of them so far. Like this drive, you get the ball. This drive, you get the ball. Derek King in the backfield. 2 people on each side. It's a handoff. He stutters. He's looking for a hole. Turns nothing into something at least, even if it is a yard.
It looked like he got there. He did. He did get the hold. You saw him too.
Raquel Armstead with a yard, but it'll be pushed back 10 instead from the hold.
Yeah, he bounces it to the outside and just gets a little bit of that collar action.
Just let go. Just let go. It's like Frozen. You got to let it go. Seven and a half minutes left in the second. DC up by 6. Ball on the 4 to 5 yard line. Second down. And he gets stopped! Wow, that was almost a safety. If there wasn't forward momentum, it arguably could have been a safety right there. They're now at the 1 or 2 yard line. Third down.
Is that number 95?
Oh, that's on the 1.
95.
That's on the 2. My fault. He dove forward a little bit.
Alorm Loomer. Not joking. He came off the edge untouched to wrap up what probably would have been a handoff.
Yeah. Didn't even get to start the play.
Read it so well.
2 people in the backfield deep in safety territory. He scrambles to the right. He's got men. He's got men. He's got blockers. He steps up for a gain. It will be a punt, but at least they create a little bit of cushion.
After a crazy 3rd and 18.
I'm surprised St. Louis didn't bring more at the quarterback right there.
I mean, it's 18. You're thinking just hold the sticks. Because even if they get 10, you still need 8 yards.
Yeah. I was hoping we'd see an all-out go at the safety, though. And the flag comes in. Don't know what for. The kicker's throwing his hands up for some reason.
Got to be delay a game, right? I mean, they didn't even start the play.
Yeah.
They weren't even lined up.
The only thing I could think of.
Nope, flag on the board operator.
Oh, okay. Just play clock just needed reset. We got you. The punter again, Daniel Whalen.
Return man Proel.
His nickname is Captain Crunch, just so you know. Austin Captain Crunch Proel.
How do you know?
It says it right here.
Oh.
I just happened to look down and be like, oh, that's his nickname. Saying this guy's electric as a returner. Let's see. Makes
40,
2 men miss.
Spin move. Wow.
Yeah, he's electric. It's Captain Crunch for you guys. How do you know that? It was random.
Like, I was watching the screen. I thought something showed up.
I read it earlier, and then I just happened to see, like, Proel. Wait a minute. Hey, that is him.
Just under 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. And they will take a break.
Oh, God, it's making me so hungry. I haven't eaten anything all morning.
Me either.
I thought about the whole time drive down here. I was like, do I have enough time to stop at a drive-thru? No, I'm already late.
I'm already 40 minutes late. Plenty of time.
Right. I almost pulled over and wasn't going to come here. My car sounds bad. Like when I'm going slow, that's all I hear is like tick, 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 tick. But then when I speed up, it's all gone. I'm like, okay, as long as I stay on the highway.
Drive fast.
That's what I did. Like 70 all the way here? Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Also. No, that wasn't even intentional.
Boom, he's getting drug tested right away.
Why are you speeding? Keep the noise off my car.
Did you hear me slow down? That's why. It was bad. I literally looked at the kids and was like, "You guys hear that, right?" And they're like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right." I was just making sure it wasn't my mind. Like, it was crazy. I got the parts coming in for my car. I just got Amazon doesn't like to deliver everything at once.
I'm shocked that you bought everything over there.
Well, it was $300 cheaper.
Oh.
To do my whole car, brakes, rotors, pads, all of it, I'm spending $600. I would have spent $500 minimum just on the rear.
Speaking of budget, if you like gaming and sports,
yeah,
make sure you go check out Ballers on a Budget. Cody runs it, if you couldn't tell.
yeah, the dude that's on a budget here. Yeah, I run that channel.
But he'll give you some good gaming, which is going to start up here pretty soon.
Very soon. Me and Bryson have already started recording some of the videos for the tournament. I told him I want a bank of at least 5 videos before I release the first one, though. Yeah. So that way, if me and him get busy, we're not missing days, and there's not a week gap between your guys' videos. We can at least start a bank, and then at least get the whole tournament released before we're making any pauses.
And also additional sports content, just like you're seeing over here on the Sports Beast channel. Ballers on a Budget covers that as well. In addition to some gameplay, make sure you're checking out The Graveyard on Facebook and YouTube as well. Puts up tons of content, tons of great content, and he's always striving to get better. Make sure you're checking out The Graveyard as well.
Yes, currently he's diving into the Hogwarts game. Hogwarts Legacy, yes. Good. Yeah. Been very good. He's been streaming that quite a bit. So
plays a bunch of Battlefield, which I think is one of the better gameplays because he usually plays that live.
Yeah, I'd say live gaming is always going to draw some attention. That's why I want to start doing a little bit of Call of Duty. Not the best, but it'll be Call of Duty, but then mainly after that it'll be centered around games that I just like. Like there's a game called High on Life from the makers of Rick and Morty. I want to play that so bad. So it's on the list.
The Graveyard played and it's my favorite video content that he has on his channel.
Same. So if you guys like gaming, go check out those 2 channels.
Got a clogged up backfield for the Battlehawks, and he'll try to reach the edge. He'll gain it 2 yards. Brian Hill.
Backfield was clogged up worse than someone with... I'm not going to say that word. I'm not going to say that word. I don't think we've said it once on any stream. I don't want to chance it now. With a sickness, okay?
2nd and 9. 5.5 to go on the play clock, or the clock.
Running a 4-3 defense.
A.J. McCarron alone in the backfield. Looking to spread the ball out there. Just over the fingertips of his receiver at the top.
Overthrown.
And back again, tried to hit Darius Shepard.
Shepard, they like getting it to him short and trying to make yards off after the catch because every single throw has been about 5 yards and he turns it into something else. So
as I say, he's done well with it.
You just got to. That was a high throw. You got to get the ball to him at least.
3 receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. Looked like he was alone in the backfield again.
5
3rd
up front.
and 9. Steps up in the pocket. Now going down to the bottom of your screen. He'll throw it away.
Great defense. If you looked at that defense, they started with a 5-man front, dropped back 2 of them after the hike, then it turned into a 4-3. So they're showing an all-out blitz for this. But then they end up dropping it back. It's more of a coverage play. So great defense by the defenders there.
Absolutely. A bunch of good games this week. I don't know if I've mentioned already. Brahmas play the Roughnecks as we get a little bit of leg action. Brahmas play the Roughnecks. I think they're the late game today. And then the Guardians play the Renegades, I believe. Yeah,
both of those 2 teams, the last 2 teams he's mentioned, are 0-2. Somebody's coming away a winner at least.
Guardians are looking bad. Even when you hear their huddle, quarterback will be calling plays, but then you have a lineman who's suggesting a completely different play.
Really? That's interesting.
That team needs to get their stuff together. The last game, the coach walked down the field and was like, and literally anybody who will make plays can go in.
Wow.
That team is just...
Which is crazy because there are teams like that in the NFL today. We just don't get to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Whew.
Cody's making noises instead of calling plays.
Sorry. It looked like De'Aaron King was going to have a keeper to the right side. And usually on those plays, you have a running back trailing you for a flip. The running back went in front and he flipped it. That's what I was like, whoa. Got a couple yards out of it, so he salvaged it at least. Two men in the backfield. He takes the handoff, flips it to the right. And again, De'Aaron King will flip the ball. This time it goes to Raquel Armstead.
I thought we'd be seeing more of this, more of the run game from the Defenders.
Yeah, so did I.
But the Battlehawks have done a good job of kind of containing the run here.
Chris Belair, wide receiver at the bottom of your screen. He's the lone man on the left.
Defense presses up. They're rushing everybody.
Oh, and that's a sack. Only the third time this year throughout the whole league.
Good play call. Yeah. Willie Harvey came in. You knew he was rushing, and he was the first one to get to the quarterback. Stopped him from throwing the pass by getting off his feet, too.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of help to secure the tackle from number 90, Kevin Atkins.
Great defense by St. Louis. They'll get the ball right back.
That reminded me of T.J. Watt, the way he came in off that side.
And again, Daniel Whalen with Captain Crunch back to return it.
Oh.
It's a boot.
Crowd at the 32. He'll get past the 40, the 45.
There you go, 10, 15, 20, 25 yards. There is a flag. What was it? Probably a block in the back somewhere. It looked like initially.
Yeah, it'll be one of the two are holding.
As soon as he caught the ball out of the air, it looked like the block in the back, but we'll see. That's more running I've seen him do than any NFL ref.
Yep. Blocking the back receiving team.
I didn't know if they were going to call. I know the NFL doesn't always like to call those on the returns, but XFL got it. Pushes the Battlehawks back a little bit after a great return.
Yeah, I mean, that just got brought back.
What? Rick and Morty creator involved with the game abused his wife. Yeah, that's half the people in the world nowadays, though.
Who is that?
I'm not going to stay away from a game because somebody who made it is a piece of crap, okay? That's half of our world. And all the products we work with probably at this table were made by POSs, so... Just so you know, like, you're not getting away from the world unscathed like that.
Who is that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. What's up? Welcome to the stream.
Squared Circle Squares?
Glad to have you.
Ooh, I like that name, though.
Skip.
I can't skip High on Life.
No, I liked it.
Harmon, I don't have a problem with. You're talking about Justin Roiland, the voice actor. Yes, he is a piece of work, but look who owns the NFL.
Well, quick pass to the top of the screen for a very short game, but he might have got the new set of downs. Just kidding. It looked like he got it.
I thought he did get it, but
it'll bring up third down.
Week 3 of 10. 10 weeks, too. That's kind of nice. USFL will probably start around week 9. Is that correct?
Somewhere, yeah. I know as soon as this is ending, I think there's maybe one regular season or one regular week and then playoffs.
Yeah, I knew there was a little bit of overlap toward the end in the beginning, but so far I've been really happy with the XFL. I've tried to watch in the past when they've had it before, but it just hasn't been the same. You feel a void once the NFL leaves, and you feel like the only thing that can fill that void is the exact same thing. But right now, the XFL is doing a great job. I've been seeing a lot from the NFL. The whole Eagles team is trying to change the league, if you've seen that. They've recommended like 3 different rule changes. Like, no, Eagles, we're not going to change the league so you guys can win next year. Like, that's the only reason you're complaining is because you lost. If you won, you would not be complaining.
Well, I mean, you now have an equal amount of opportunity in playoffs now because the Bills didn't win the coin toss.
That's what I was just about to bring up, too. The coin toss would not have been changed if the losing team wasn't being complaining and whining. Wasn't being complaining.
Yeah.
Great English on my part.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all about what team is unhappy with what they did, so they think the NFL should help them by changing rules to help them. Granted, I like the rule change. I don't like how it only takes effect in the playoffs.
Yeah, but the whole purpose of rule changes are to make the game quicker, right?
Quicker and more fair and not supposed to be, yes.
You want fair, get a defense that can make stops. That is how...
You want fair, get rid of these refs.
So, it's the offense's fault that your defense sucks and you weren't able to get a chance...
To stop them, yeah.
Having the ball. You want to know how to do that? Get better players on defense.
I get that, but I also get where they're coming from. Two high-powered offenses, it's going to come down to who wins the coin toss, just like they said. I do get the rule change. I just think it should be all year round. It shouldn't be just in the playoffs.
I
But yeah,
don't like those unnecessary
again,
changes.
it stemmed from a losing team being crybabies.
Yeah.
And then the NFL thought, oh, well, we have tons of fans. That team has tons of fans. Those viewership may go down if we don't change this.
And everybody wants it to be fair, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I guarantee. That's
It's
what they
fair.
said. It's
You
not
guys
fair.
were just the worst team at that time. Same with the Eagles. The Super Bowl was fair. I don't care what you say. The refs were bad on both sides. You were just the worst team in the second half. Face it.
1st and 10 for the Battlehawks. 1:55 left to go. Looking to go deep, and he'll dump it off at the...
Oh, what a good
with
back
the
juke! Wow! I've never seen a 10-step juke work so well.
Left the defender's ankle on the sideline.
That was hilarious. The slowest fall ever. Watch this. Watch. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Wasn't quite 10 steps, but it wasn't as quick as some of the other jukes I've seen, but it worked. That's all that matters.
2 receivers at the bottom. McCarron will come up and adjust the play a little bit on the 2nd and 1. Got a back beside McCarron. He'll step up. Over the middle. Caught at the 40-yard line. What a good play. Couldn't see his number, though. Couldn't tell you who it was. That was risky to go that big on a... You only need 1 yard.
Yeah. That's how they do it, though. The defense should be trying to stop 1 yard, too, and then that's when you throw it over the top. McCarron, 14 for 21 right now.
Alone in the backfield. Receivers all spread out. Quick pass down to the 30. Again, just hitting that seam.
45 seconds left. They need to hurry up.
Hakeem Butler. Clock keeps rolling.
Doesn't look like much urgency, though, on offense. Like, they still have half a field to go, and it looks like they're already ready to take a field goal. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we've seen almost 20 seconds go by just on this play.
Yep.
Still got 30 yards.
Steps up. He'll deliver.
What a good throw!
What a good pass again to Butler.
Right back to him.
Same spot. Right.
You got to
next
call a
that right
timeout
hash
now.
mark.
And they did.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
It
Just as I was saying, you're a little too far away.
It was the same play, just the routes were extended another 10 yards.
Oh, wow. Did you see how covered he was, too?
Yeah.
What a beautiful throw. Throwing the receiver open. Because when he first let go of the ball, he was not open. It's how the ball was placed that the wide receiver went and got it. Great.
Hakeem
Great.
Butler, 5 receptions for 76 yards for an average of 15, just over 15 yards.
And A.J. McCarron coming back out there. I like that these teams are so different, too. The defenders are clearly wanting to swap every possession at quarterback, give them different looks, to whereas the Battlehawks are sold with A.J. McCarron.
Which I think is why the run game works so well for DC.
Yeah.
Because just hand
You
the ball
almost
off.
got to rely on it.
Yeah.
Then they got De'Aaron King right now that they have running plays to work with.
3 receivers at the bottom, 1 at the top. Running
Good
back
short
running
pass.
a
Good
wheel
short pass. Oh,
down to
almost
the
there.
1.
Another timeout will be taken with about 10 seconds left. Or not. Oh, yeah, there we go. 9 seconds left. I was waiting to see people signaling. What are we on the 1 or 2?
We're on the 1.
Wow, this is...
What
Last
a drive.
time St. Louis was here, what happened? Fumble.
We'll see which running
You
back
got to
it is.
keep the ball in the air. You can't run it now. If you run it and you get stopped in the backfield, you don't even have enough time to spike the play and stop the clock to get a kick. You got to throw it here. Because that at least stops the clock. You get a chance to kick it, get some points out of it. So look for St. Louis to keep it in the air. And they reset the clock from 9 to 11 seconds. Still not enough to run a play and then stop it.
McCarron's going to have to be super smart. He's going to have to step back.
Throw it away
First of
if
all,
need
not
be.
take a sack.
Yeah.
Throw away is key if he doesn't have an open receiver.
But is there still intentional grounding and stuff in here?
I have no
You got to
idea.
make sure you're out of the pocket if you're throwing it because I think there is a 10-second runoff for any penalties this late.
I'll give you one.
That would screw them. But we'll see. But yes, A.J. McCarron, it's all on him right now. He's got to play it very smart.
Same formation as the last play. He's
They
looking
got a
for
man open,
receiver,
and he
looking
throws
for
it
the
away.
corner. Oh,
It looked like he had him in the back left, but he was already looking right.
I like that just because he wanted it to happen so fast.
Mm-hmm.
He was throwing it there regardless of whether his receiver...
Good throwaway.
ran
And
there.
now you have a chance to possibly run another pass. Another quick pass play. That one took 5 seconds. If you take another 5 seconds or even run quicker routes. Because on the wide left, that wide receiver went clear to the back of the end zone and started streaking over. If he would have waited 2 more seconds, I think they would have had him. But
What a sign. Lemon with his tongue sticking out and googly eyes. He's looking quick. Slant over the middle.
there
Caught!
it is, the quick!
Caught! And then
Quickness.
it's Hakeem Butler coming up huge on this
This drive. Holy crap.
So you
Tie
just tied it
game.
up 14-14. You can now take the lead.
What
with
extra do you
anything
think they're doing?
I say keep it safe, go 2.
Go 2? Now is it just depending on how far back they are?
Yeah, a 1-pointer is on the 2.
Okay.
2 is on the 5. 3 is on the 10.
I say you go for 1. Just take the lead. Take the lead. Because what good's 2? You take 2, DC can come back and lead. They're taking 2. DC can come back and take the lead back with only a field goal. So I think
Yeah,
you
but
either
it
go
doesn't-
1 and get the lead or go 3.
But it doesn't put you a full score ahead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They love this formation. Running back runs up the middle. He's looking to
Oh.
throw. And it'll be tied.
And it's a sack on the extra coming from Jakub Panasiewicz. I'm sure I butchered the crap out of that name, but
Yeah.
Jakub, I'm almost positive I got right. There's that juke.
All right, folks. It's 14-14. Going into halftime. I'm going to change this already so I don't forget when I come back. But we will take a quick break. And we will be back right after halftime. Before we go, if you're liking the content, make sure you're liking. Show us some love. Subscribe if you want to. But make sure you're just being active in the chat. We'd love to talk to you guys no matter what. We'll be back in, 10, 15 minutes whenever halftime's almost over. All right, one. Welcome back. We're watching a beer snake take shape. Tyree Largent score. I'm not sure what that means, but we talked ourselves into an idea. We're gonna make sure to put for the next stream the current score in the halftime visual. So what you see during halftime, you'll see the score up there as well. So thanks for suggesting, not suggesting. Thanks for making it happen.
Right. You're making changes.
Battlehawks will kick off. Handled at the 10. Oh, and he's wiggly. All the way to almost the 30. And Defenders will take over.
Tie game.
See if they can put some more points on this board. Can you bring up the... do they have an in-game sportscast?
What do you mean?
Like what's going on currently? Stats.
Oh, shit, I don't know.
Or even like a breakdown of the scores. Because I don't think they've scored since, the first quarter?
Defenders?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
XFL Game Center.
Oh, okay. I see it. Nice.
Yeah, they do. And they have play-by-plays. See, this is what ESPN needs.
They do have a play-by-play, but it's awful. Even for their NFL stuff.
So yeah, Defenders scored all 14 in the first quarter and haven't seen the end zone since. What year of the goal?
Watch on FX or ESPN Plus.
A little fake handoff up the middle to a keeper. Tackled by the Battlehawks, and it's number 6.
Yeah, because we'll want to watch this show on ESPN Plus when you can't even find this information on your app.
Lakeem Williams coming in for a tackle for loss. I lost about 2 yards there.
Derek King in the backfield with probably Raquel Armstead to his right. Can't see any numbers yet. Fake handoff. Throws it, and it wasn't Derek King. It was Jordan Teamu.
He stays in.
Beautiful pass from Jordan Teamu over to Lucky Jackson, who
That's why
stays
you never
up.
shoulder tackle.
Yeah.
He hit him, thought he was going out. Lucky was able to keep footing inbounds and gain another 2 yards.
It's a great throw.
Beautiful throw.
Again, Teamu scrambles up the middle. And that's why I said, with Teamu in and they're changing these quarterbacks, certain quarterbacks are going to just want to run more.
53, Carson Wells brings him down. Gain of about 2.
Let's go and look at the stats right now. Teamu, 3 for 6, 71 yards and a touchdown. Oh, as he avoids a tackle. Sack, anyways. Turns nothing into something.
Caught by Abram Smith on the bottom of your screen.
Derek King, 3 for 3 for 40 yards. So, every time... Is Eric Dungy injured?
Oh.
He has no stats. Maybe they're only bringing him in on run plays or something.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Substitution for defense. They better hurry up. Get off the field. Oh, I see the ref in there hiding.
Oh, it's like a flea flicker. Turns into a fumble. How was that a forward pass?
You saw the little. He pushed the ball away.
Probably while he was already laying on the ground.
That was the weirdest flea flicker I've ever seen in my life.
That was weird.
It was like 2 handoffs happened between the same 2 people.
They just handoff. Okay. It's awkward. Let's get into some rushing. Raquel Armstead, 4 carries for 18 yards. Teamu has 6 for 14. Abram Smith, 4 for 12. The running game is not working out very well.
For DC?
Mm-hmm.
Which is shocking because they excelled at the run game.
Raquel Armstead with 2 fumbles.
Well, that'll do it.
Yeah.
And wasn't one of them, or was that the Battlehawks? No, that was the Battlehawks.
Fumbled on goal line, yeah. Is it the keeper from Abram Smith as he gets about 8 yards or so, look like.
The keeper from the wide receiver. Yeah.
Okay, they're showing that play.
Yeah, that was a weird play.
He's a running back anyways.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, that was enough to pick up the first. Teamu's still in there, hands it off. Over the sideline, it was Raquel Armstead. Pick up of about 4 or 5 yards. Let's get into some receiving stats for this DC team. 1 catch by Chris Blair for 58 yards. 1 catch by Lucky Jackson for 29. We just seen it. And then Ethan Wolf with 2 for 13.
Didn't he have... Oh, he had a near catch.
It was close.
His fingertips, pretty much.
Would have been wide open. Would have got him another 50 yards, but... Raquel Armstead changes his mind at the line of scrimmage. Still gets nowhere. Bringing up 3rd down. Raquel getting nowhere today. Not doing anything.
Look like he's in a scientist jacket.
That right there? Yeah, it does. Look like he's in a smock. 3rd and 9. They need a first down. 2 people in the backfield with him. Tayama will keep it.
Pressure.
Throws it. Oh, it's incomplete.
Couldn't reel it in. Threw it into double coverage, first of all.
Ethan Wolf couldn't hold on to it. Would have brought it.
Almost
probably
got
4th
sacked
and 1
on the back end.
Yeah. A catch would have brought up 4th and 1, but now looks like we'll see a field goal.
Took the hit, too.
Kick is up. The kick is good. 41-yard field goal attempt. Puts DC up 3.
Defenders were 1 for 1. Now 2 for 2. Their longest was a 47-yarder. I don't know how far that one was. I didn't see.
A 41.
Then defenders will take the lead again.
Good game so far. A little bit of back and forth. After one team went on a run, went scoreless in the second quarter, came out and on the first drive, getting the ball on offense, they got 3. Let's go over to St. Louis. They're getting the ball back. Let's go over some of their stats. We already talked about the main man at quarterback, probably one of the better quarterbacks in this league, A.J. McCarron. 18 for 26, 184 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. The 1 interception happened before we got here. Before we got the stream started working. Brian Hill, their running back, 9 for 26. Receiving, Hakeem Butler will lead this team 6 for 77 in a touchdown. We've seen him take control of that last drive to tie the game. Darius Shepard, 5 for 51. He is the guy that catches a lot of short balls, takes them for a little bit of yak. And now, right now, those are the only real good stats we get with this team. I mean, I know the stats are going to be lower than most NFLs on average. Brian Hill has the 1 lost fumble for the St. Louis as well. We already mentioned on the other side, Raquel Armstead has 2 lost. Brian Hill only got 1.
I thought that was Mateo. I thought that was Mateo Durant who fumbled on that.
They gave it to Hill.
I could have swore it was Mateo.
That should have been the fumble on the goal line.
Yeah.
Defense-wise, let's see.
Or maybe he was just out there blocking for him, but I could have swore it was 21.
Mike Hampton with a fumble recovery. Ben DeLuca with a fumble recovery. No sacks yet. Wait. Yeah, there is a sack.
Yeah,
Kevin Atkins has a sack. Lucas Dennis has a sack. And that's the only 2 for this Battlehawks team. Switch over to the Defenders. We're on this side. The 1 interception comes from Michael Joseph. The forced fumble and the fumble recovery comes from Dewan Neal. Sacks, 0 sacks from DC so far.
Oh, and he broke free through a gap.
Oh,
God.
go! Is this? That's not Captain Crunch. Okay.
The 11, is it 11? Yes, it is.
11 is Captain Crunch?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Lucky
it's
Jackson.
Shepard.
Oh, no. Yeah, say.
Wrong one.
Shepard.
Darius Shepard. Lucky Jackson.
We just mentioned he had 5 for 51 receiving, so.
And that was a big kick return. The biggest one I've seen since watching
yeah.
so far.
Like, the blocking's good. You just got to find a gap.
You see that? Oh, like a tennis ball was bouncing
It
behind
did look like it. It looked like a flag, I thought, at first.
Brought it all the way from the 2 all the way down to the other 30.
Darius Shepard, only 27. In 2019, the FCS National Championship game, he was the standout player. Darius Shepard. Is this a receiver that played for the Giants for a little?
No, you're thinking of Sterling Shepard.
Yeah, there we go. Too many Shepards.
Going from right to left on your screen, handoff, and he'll cut around the edge to go back up the middle.
Oh, we should see a flag right there.
And then a knee to the face. Things are getting chippy now.
Yeah, the whistle was blown, and then he got thrown on his head. I'd be a little upset, too. Hill, not gaining any ground on that. Taking a big punishment for no reason.
Bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Battlehawks.
Darius Shepard, 72 yards on that return.
Mm-hmm. 2 receivers tight to the bottom, 1 at the top. Brian Hill in the backfield.
I see a soccer goal. Like, you see that outline? That's to a soccer.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder where they're playing.
Wherever they can, probably.
That's what I assume. Like, there's no home field advantage, truly.
Quick pass up the middle. Wide open.
Let's replay that, because there's no way you just let a tight end like that walk
Number
free.
84, Jake Sutherland with the touchdown. Easy walk-in touchdown.
Gotta
he
be.
Could have crawled.
Yeah. Gotta be Kiefer's brother.
That was the most
like, look
open
at this
I've ever
defense.
seen a person.
Where's he come from? He comes from the slot. Yep, right there. Got
Both
2
of them
defenders on
coming.
the outside. Everyone rushes in. 39 for DC defenders was supposed to pick him up.
Yeah, both rushed in. One was supposed to back off.
Santos Ramirez, blue coverage, big time. AJ McCarron now has 3 touchdowns on the day.
Wow.
that
drive, 2 plays, 25 yards.
And now it looks like they're going for a 2-point attempt to go up by 5.
Shovel pass up the middle.
It looks good. It looked good. The lines on this field right now are non-existent, but
it's the angle they're using.
Yeah. It's like the sun just nullifies any white strips on the field.
He's shaking his head like he didn't.
It's the 2nd failed 2-point conversion for them in a row.
What a beautiful.
That was the easiest play I've seen in the XFL so far.
Is that 23 right? And then just like that, Battlehawks take the lead off of a 72-yard kick return.
I have a feeling it's going to be
and
swapping.
Blown coverage.
Yeah. The blown coverage is just so bad.
That was off.
You see one guy run straight, 2 defenders on him, and then they both just let him go.
Wow.
That was funny. AJ McCarron putting some hecka stats up.
If you're watching the stream, feel free to chat along with us in the chat below. We always like to talk to people. The last guy who put up a chat gave me an idea to upgrade the stream, so I'm always appreciative of that.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at the stat log about the stuff we missed before I got here. And it was A.J. McCarron threw an interception to Joseph, returned it for 41 yards and a score. So that's what we missed.
Score.
Yeah.
Nice. I thought I saw that, but I was trying to get stuff working.
Yeah, say Defenders. Te'amu has been in this whole time so far, so that's been the main consistent quarterback at least. Before that, it was a Te'amu pass to Eric Wolf for 7 yards for a touchdown.
I think he's set the bench for Buffalo.
Te'amu?
Yeah.
Nice.
I know he's been at least a bench rider for a little bit.
That's why I really wish we could click into some of these people's. Like, see, it won't let me. I have to literally go and Google his name instead.
What?
Holy jeez, I'm so far behind.
Why?
It just must not play while I'm off of it.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
You're only 41 minutes behind. All right. Jordan.
Well, while they're on break, I'm going to tell you about the website again. You can go to the website www.sportsbeast.wixsite.com/SB21. That's the new website we've been putting together. You can find different kinds of content on there. News, sports, updates, reactions. Our videos are on there as well. Just as much content as we can throw on there as we're going to put on there. You can watch our videos if you don't like going on to YouTube. You can find our shop on there that's going to be being put up here in the next couple weeks. And if you like blogs, if you like reading stuff, you can also check that out. Go over there, show us some love. sportsbeast.wixsite.com. Spelling is right above my head here. /SB21. Make sure to go check it out. And I thank you in advance.
DC gets the ball within their own 10-yard line. Jordan Te'amu, I did a little bit of Google on him. Played for the USFL in the 2022 season and led the league in passing yardage and touchdowns. Again, that's for the USFL. He was a member of several NFL teams, played for Ole Miss in college. In the SEC, he finished second behind Tua Tagovailoa. So obviously, this dude's comparable, and I think he could make a shot in the NFL. Get a little bit of practice here for this season. So when the USFL opens up, I don't know how the player pool works, but look for Te'amu to go there right after. There's the beer snake. There we go.
Still going, almost touching the camera from the floor.
How strong is that? How strong is that? I mean, how long is it? Not strong, is it? How strong that snake is.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't gonna hold nothing up.
Right. It's the flimsiest snake in the world. But I seen in the...
You calling plays anymore?
Oh, yeah, my fault. My bad.
You're just watching the game.
Doing a little bit of research, just enjoying myself. In the MLB, they actually stopped fans and stuff from making the snakes. Yeah. Let the fans have fun, dude. They're paying money to get in these stands. They're buying your $10 cup drinks. Te'amu, quick pass to the right, and it's a slanting. Look at that. I don't know who that was.
It happens so fast I couldn't see it.
Yeah, I did not see it. He was surrounded by other jersey numbers. Good quick pass. Almost brings up first down, though. Quick pass again by Te'amu. This time to the left. This time it's to Josh Hammond. Getting the first down.
I love that they have 0. I love that they have the
I know.
there.
There's a thing in the NFL trying to petition people to let them wear zeros again. Ta'amu in the backfield. Fake handoff. He's got pressure. He throws it over to the screen for the tight end. And it's blatantly dropped.
Ethan Wolf with the missed reception.
Had the touchdown earlier in the day. Had a drop just now. Can you pop up that link again?
Oh, defense looking to rush in.
Oh, yeah. Ta'amu throws it over the hands. That looked like it was going to be tipped. Good throw, though. Quick strikes. They're really not wanting to stay in that pocket for long at all. I just put it in the chat.
Oh, I was wondering what you were doing with it.
That way the link's already out there, so if they want, they can just click on that. Should be down here in the description, too.
Put the website in the chat. Oh, did you see that?
Yeah, that's why I did it.
I did.
Man in motion. Hits the center line, goes back to the left. Ta'amu, pressured, throws it deep! Deep, it's good! Lucky Jackson! If it was deeper, it would have been ran for a touchdown for sure. Lucky Jackson had to turn completely around.
And almost stop.
Yeah.
Wow, he hits him in stride.
That dude gets downfield quick.
Look
at that. No hesitation, no stops, just straight breakaway speed. And he even slowed down before he turned around and seen the ball coming. So
that's crazy. I wonder what his 40 time was.
Right. That's interesting. Lucky Taylor.
Jackson.
Lucky Jackson. I just make him feel.
Oh! He takes a big hit from the defense coming in. Untouched.
Hit
off
hard.
The side. Wow. Look at that. Untouched. He ain't even paying attention. Just take a shot to the back by number 6, who Lakeem Williams. I was looking at the offense. I was like, oh, I have a number 6. Bring up 2nd and 10 for the defenders. Scrambles in the pocket again.
Nowhere to go.
Oh, and he has to throw it away before taking another shot. And there's Williams again on the other side.
Ta'amu just getting beat up right now.
Wow.
Bringing up 3rd down.
Is that timeline?
I was wanting some more information on Lucky Jackson. I can't find anything other than the fact that he attended Western Kentucky. He was undrafted.
Caught at the 10. Looks like he got enough for a new set of downs.
This should bring him within what we would call goal line.
It was Josh Hammond on the reception. Moving the chains. Fake pitch up the middle for Ta'amu. He'll move it to about the 3-yard line, it looks like. Knocking on the door to put some more points back on the board.
Sorry, just trying to get some more information on Lucky Jackson. Lucky Jackson, his draft year would have been 2022. Went to Western Kentucky. Went undrafted in the NFL. And now he's on this DC Defenders team.
Yeah, that is weird. You think, especially being that new, you think you'd have a 40 time. And it's right up the middle. Ta'amu on the keeper. That's a touchdown.
Ta'amu looked like he had his overalls on. And the lead changed, just like I said. I think it's going to swap for the rest of the game. It's almost going to be the last person with the ball. It's going to figure out the outcome.
12 plays, 81 yards, a total of almost 5.5 minutes on that drive. Ta'amu controlling. It looked like he was going to have to punt it away. Or not him, but it looked like defenders were going to have to punt it away at one point. But just the ability to regain control again. Going for 2. Looking for the middle.
It's good.
Lucky Jackson again. 2-point attempt.
Lucky Jackson being a dog right now. Why do they have lemons all over everywhere? I don't understand that. What's the lemon thing, guys?
Yeah, maybe that's what was rolling down. It wasn't a tennis ball, it was a lemon.
That makes more sense. That's awesome.
Did I mess up the score? How did I get 23?
Because you probably fixed it. Wait a minute.
I have no idea.
It should be 23-23, and then they just made a 2, right?
No, it wasn't tied. It's 25 for Defenders. I
thought it was 23 for...
Well, they won't let them do the beer snake. They throw lemons. Yeah, but they were doing the beer snake.
Yeah, that they were, right?
Oh.
When life hands you lemons, you make a beer snake.
I must have. I don't know.
Switched the wrong score. Okay. Yeah, because they didn't have 23. It was a field goal they got, not a score.
Yeah. So 20. Oh, DC kicked a field goal. And I must have changed it on theirs.
For the other one, yeah.
Yeah. So this is DC. They have 25. We'll get the score
25 to 20, guys, okay? Jeez, if you guys knew how to read, it wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah. $25-20. DC just took the lead. They're leading by 5 points now. AJ McCarron, quick handoff up the middle for a small gain. Second and about 9. Second and 8.5.
Lucky Jackson going to the mic right now. What's going through your head right now as you scored that touchdown? You got 3 for 72. I'm a dog! Like, you ever seen those bad lip readings?
Yeah.
That stuff is so funny. I don't know how they sit down and actually do a full video without dying from laughter.
Second 8, 2.5 minutes left to go in the third. Again, Battlehawks moving from right to left on your screen. Man in motion closer to the line. Brought down. AJ McCarron just got swarmed by that defense.
By the end of this...
Fadal Brown able to bring him down.
Fadal Brown?
I think.
Oh, dude, that's the only other problem. We don't get to hear their names enough to not butcher them.
It's either Fadal or Fadal. Like, it's close enough.
All right.
3 receivers at the bottom of your screen, man in the backfield. He'll run on a sort of wheel. Ball gets slapped out of his hands. Should be a fumble. At the point in time recovered by DC. It is DC ball.
Defenders have ball. We'll see with this replay. It did not look like the ball was coming forward, though, when it was hit out.
No.
Not to me, anyways. But this is what
with 3 turnovers.
Who was that?
DC Defenders with 2. I don't know who you're talking about.
Was that Greg Joseph? The Browns' old defensive coordinator? On the coaching staff for DC?
Is he the one with the spiky hair?
Yeah. Sunglasses, spiky hair?
He does coach one of these teams.
Holy crap, dude. They're getting everyone.
Well, yeah, it's people who can't have a job in the NFL. It's just like the players.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. What?
I'm trying to think of how I can see their coaching staff.
You can go to the XFL, right up here.
Teams.
Go like home or something. It might be in their roster though.
Coaching staff. Nice. Okay.
Oh, he might have got a little push.
Yeah, Greg Williams, defensive coordinator. That's awesome.
I didn't think Joseph was his name.
Not Joseph. Greg Williams. Our defense was actually decent when we had him as well.
Defenders will take over at the 20.
It's a handoff up the middle for about 5 or 6. That one had... It looked like Abram Smith, but I'm not entirely sure. I couldn't see a number. De'Aaron King is in here again. Hands it off in the backfield. He's wrapped up big time,
Wow.
and it was Abram Smith last play and this play.
Just a sea of blue around him on that
DC switching who's in the backfield nearly every time. It's weird. We haven't yet to see this.
Yeah, Teamu handled that last drive very
Amazing,
well.
yeah. And they're
Got a
already in
turnover.
kicking range.
And now they're going to get some leg action.
As this could put them up by 8, and then they're going to need... St. Louis is going to need a touchdown and a 2-point. 35-yarder from the DC. And there'll be a timeout.
35-yard field goal. Not their longest field goal like we mentioned before, but not a chip shot for the XFL
Yeah, clearly.
that we've noticed too. There was a rain game, I think it was last week. It might have been even the first week. And just the kicking on that. Every time you lifted your leg, somebody was slipping on the floor. It was so crazy. Let's go into the fourth quarter, baby. 25-20. Defenders looking to add to their lead.
Yeah. Offensive coordinator Bruce Gradkowski was there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they got a lot of big names.
They really do. They got tons of people here. I hope so. It is a league. Tons of people in this league, guys. 4th and 3 on St. Louis 17. And when we come back from break, DC will attempt a 37-yard?
I think it was 37, I think.
37-yard field goal to go up by 8.
Hasn't disappointed with the game so far. This has been a non-stop,
Yeah.
exciting game.
Since the moment I literally walked through the door.
And even before that.
I just know I came in, Heather was like, something's wrong with the live. And I was like, what? We've never had this issues.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to restart it, my computer, every time, even if it's fine. I'm just going to restart it just to kind of avoid that. Because it was the choppiest.
Almost kind of clean the slate.
It was the choppiest I've ever seen it. You know how I do like my beginning thing where I read my reader, but I have a picture of something else up?
Yeah.
It showed the picture. The picture went away, and then my voice started.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy.
You almost had a desync, which I know OBS does that quite a bit. Even when I'm playing a game, and I'll notice that when someone slams a dunk,
too, yeah.
it'll happen 2 seconds later.
Yeah.
There's ways you can do your settings and not have a desync. But what I do is if you're doing short 40-minute videos or 30-minute videos, it's normally not going to desync enough to mess with things. So I just, like you just said, I restart my stuff every time before I start a video.
Yeah, this is done pretty well for what we do.
Yeah, for real. Considering I have an expensive computer, and that gets laborsome sometimes for that computer. Like you can tell, it's just struggling to pull these apps that I have open. Like,
well, you also have 35 apps plus 85 tabs.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
No, but the computer does fine.
Do you defrag your computer a decent amount?
I don't know what that means.
Just like any information that's stored and it doesn't get accessed in a certain amount of time, it becomes like junk files and they can be cleaned. So you go in, defrag your computers. It just helps it to where your computer's focusing on the stuff you want it to focus on, really.
If I knew how, yeah. I go in and manually delete files that I don't use. So I try to keep very minimal on here.
Yeah. But this one, like junk files, you will never be able to access in person. It'll clean those and stuff like that.
That's what I need to know how to do, yeah.
Through your camera, you had a Razor camera, didn't you?
Yeah.
Do you have that app still that they gave it with you, the Razor app, Cairo app? That has a good cleaner on it. Kaizo, yeah. That's the cleaner I use.
Oh.
I just have it set up for once a week while I'm not home. It'll just go through and clean my computer for me. Because I have noticed that if I don't do that, after a week of getting on it, everything I do is just slow.
No, it does okay. I deleted all the Adobe stuff off of here because I have Adobe on the laptop. So.
All right. Share the workload.
Yeah.
35. Sorry, not 37, like I mentioned earlier. The over for this game was at 36.5. That's already at 45, about to be 48. So I have yet to see a single betting app that actually has the XFL able to bet.
To be able to bet, kick is good, straight down the pipe.
Which it has to be available on what's that main one? It's literally they advertise on here. I can't think of what it is. It starts with an M. It's not MGM. Dang it, man. I cannot think of it. But that bet sports book is the only thing I've seen XFL on. I can't find XFL on Bet Online. I can't on Barstool, on DraftKings and stuff. I cannot find any XFL.
Yeah,
nothing.
you'd think FanDuel would have it.
Mm-hmm. There's a certain...
Oh, look.
If you, the Bush Knight!
The Bush Knight! This is the Coors Night.
We need to...
But how does he have that?
A whole case.
Stadium? Yeah.
He just brought his own 30 rack. This is my purse. Don't worry about it.
XFL's BYOB.
That'd be hilarious.
That's funny. Oh.
We gotta go in afterwards and snip him out.
You know, if you ain't got a mascot, you do now.
Right, the Bush Knight. Remember my old costume I had for one Halloween? I was wearing like Bud Light stuff and Buzz Lightyear. Remember that? I forget what Bud Lightyear. Oh no, it was Batman and Buzz. It was Batman. It had nothing to do with beer at all.
This is Buzz Lightyear.
It was the dark...
The dark light.
I still have pictures of this. I'm wearing like Buzz Lightyear arms, and then I just got a Batman mask on.
First and 10 for the Battlehawks, now moving left to right on your screen. Got a man in motion. Looks like he'll stick around to block. Quick pass down to the bottom of your screen. Caught for a small gain, number 22, Stephen Mitchell.
In the fourth quarters this season, A.J. McCarron, 19 for 24, 233 yards, 3 pass touchdowns, and 1 fumble. And that's all in the fourth quarter of 3 games so far. Well, 2, because it's not going to include this game. So,
Second and 2. Trying to hang on, trying to get back to at least a tied game.
3 seconds left, man in motion.
Man in motion. Also a man in the backfield. Fake handoff. He's looking to go deep.
He's got all day.
Almost picked off by the defense.
Great defense to get his hand up there and get in the way. It's Francis Bernard. Got that Troy Polamalu hair. That's another constant in this world. If they have crazy hair hanging out the back of the helmet, they're probably a good defender.
Draft him on defense.
Yeah, they're probably a good defender, dude. The helmet can't contain that hair. Life can't, okay? I seen a video with Troy Polamalu. He is looking old.
Boy, he is.
So old. Like unrecognizable old.
Third down, 2 yards to go. Steps up in the pocket. Launches it downfield.
Oh! It looked like he had it all the way through.
He had to lay out for it and then spun around on the ground like a turtle on his back.
Great try by Mitchell Jr.
Oh, he never had it.
I thought it was in his arms for a second. That's
missed.
putting the ball exactly where it needed to be, too. 4th and 2. They're kicking it. I would personally go for that. But Sterling Hoffricher.
I already tried it.
Wow.
I'm
a pro now.
Not a
DC
great
gets
kick.
the ball, splits the defenders, and then gets stood up.
Good job by the special teams of the Battlehawks, though.
He's holding his knee. Looks like 28's injured or stuck.
Looks like they're all stuck.
Yeah.
Like they all just became a category.
Look at that. A statue of Ray Charles, wherever we are. Oh, never mind. It's a dude in a wheelchair. Now I feel bad. That's cool too, you know.
Yeah. Just anybody with glasses.
Looks like Ray Charles to me.
So 28-20, DC Defenders are in the lead.
They're
And now have the ball back.
Yeah. Oh, scare me. I was like, what was that? Dude, someone's hissing at me.
Bob, what's going on? You mad, bro?
I just love his smile, dude. So infectious.
It's Bob Ross.
All right, let's go back into these stats.
So, sorry, now that I choked on my own spit.
Choking on my own spit. I got 2 knives in my leg.
So, now that the XFL has been back for a couple days, or a couple weeks, do you have, or are you leaning towards a favorite team?
So far, I would have to say my favorite team is Seattle Sea Dragons. Why is that?
Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon. He looks like a dog. He was exactly what I said he was in the NFL. If he could have avoided stupid off-field issues, he could have hands down been the best receiver in the league. All day. I remember there was like 3 years I went hard for Josh Gordon. And then I just gave it up because I'm like, I cannot be this big of a fan for someone who has trouble even getting on the field. So I still like Josh Gordon. But I like the fact that he's now balling with Ben DiNucci at quarterback. Their team in general is not that good because they sit at 1-2, but they are hands down the best passing team in this league. And then within the top 10, Sea Dragons have all 3 of their receivers on the top.
I think both of their games have been pretty close losses though, so they're not bad.
Okay.
But I like that you said that because you kind of stuck with kind of your XFL or your NFL team. Mine would have to be the Brahmas
For Hines Ward, yeah, and
one of the best
Steelers coaching staff
ever, Joey Porter. I don't have a favorite team just because I do want to kind of keep this open-minded. Like, I want to be able to root for all the teams.
Yep.
But if I had to pick one that's kind of outweighing them, that's the only reason.
Like, if I wasn't a fan of the Browns, this is how I would be in the NFL. Don't have a favorite team. I just want to see good games.
Yeah, that's all I care
Ultimately, that's all I care about in general. But I'll always take the Browns winning. That's the bias that'll come in. But after that, I just want to see good games. Number 4, Abram Smith is still in there. It's about the first back-to-back drives from DC on offense that I've seen them keep the same people in there.
Yeah. Who's in a quarterback?
I did not get to see yet.
It
Should be, if we're following the trend, it should be Jordan Te'amu right now. But we'll see. And it is Te'amu. Short pass, it's complete. And it's to Josh Hammond for the first down.
I just want to say to anybody who's watching, feel free to join the chat, like, subscribe, whatever you got to do. But I appreciate you being here in general. Okay. We're here for a little bit of XFL.
What is this? What's XFL even stand for?
Extreme Football League.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Extreme starts with an E, but I'm not going to say anything. Te'amu throws it deep, and he's caught. Lucky Jackson with the back shoulder throw. Beautiful toe tap on the sideline.
What a beautiful play.
Yes.
It looked like it was going to be thrown way short.
Everything worked. Look at that. One-on-one, just stops on a dime, hits that back shoulder, and the ball was perfectly placed for him. Amazing. That's why you got to keep Te'amu in at all times. Don't know why you keep swapping it up every time, but Te'amu can be a dog.
Yeah, if he's not your original starting quarterback from here on out. It's insane.
Te'amu with a handoff. Oh, he kept it. It faked me,
what
dude.
A fake. That's what I love to see. I get so overexcited about quarterbacks who sell really well.
Well, it's a big part. They say every quarterback can come in and hand the ball off, but it's not every quarterback can come in and sell the fakes.
Yeah, but you also have like the Aaron Rodgers who would just be like,
Yep.
holding the ball.
Here you go, bud.
Yeah, like
yeah.
You got Derek Carr hiding the ball under his shirt.
Yeah,
that's what I
like
love.
smuggling a ham. Te'amu, a handoff. This time it is a handoff up the middle, and it's to Raquel Armstead for about 10 yards and picking up the first.
Here we go. Defenders getting comfortable with their lead, doing what they do best.
So they're keeping it on the ground right now, too. Granted, we did just see the Lucky Jackson amazing throw, but they're now in red zone. There's no need to take extra chances.
No.
As De'Aaron King comes in.
That's so crazy.
King comes in.
I just want to know the reason why. Like, are you trying to figure out who's the better one?
That's what I'm wondering.
But it's week 3. You should have an inkling by now.
And then look, Raquel Armstead. They had the option out there with King. King gave it to Armstead. Armstead went up the middle. That could have been a good play if he would have had a keeper too.
That's what I think it would have.
That's what I'm trying to see is when they make the changes in that backfield, what plays are being ran because they have to run it to their advantages. Obviously, if Te'amu's a better passer, you're not going to throw King in there and tell him to throw it 30 yards. So I'm kind of thinking King, it's always going to be an option. He has that option to run. See, look, another option. He could have kept it. He gave it to Raquel as well. Another good play, good decision. And it does. It looks like every time they bring in Derek King, it's staying on the ground.
He's the Lamar Jackson. He's the running quarterback. Te'amu's the stand-in. He'll jump out if he needs to.
Yes, he's scrambled decently so far today, too. But
he'll stay in there, take a shot if he has to, and throw deep bombs.
Yeah, what we've seen him do good is just getting the ball to the receivers that need it.
On the spot.
Yeah. About 5 yards out. And it's a handoff up the middle. It's Smith. Not enough. Gets about halfway there. Whoa. DC's halfway there. I don't even know who sings that.
It's embarrassing.
Oh, I'm trying to think of his name. I'm drawing a huge blank.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. I know it. I know the song. I know him. I can picture his old-ass face in my head. Give me a second. It'll come to me.
Starts with a B. It's 2 words.
Thank you.
The first name. Well, I guess it technically is not his first name.
It's
very short name.
Oh, my goodness.
John.
Don King. No, okay. Dungy's in there. I knew I seen him in here now. Eric Dungy's in there.
It's Bon Jovi.
Thank you. Jesus, dude. I could not think of his name for the life of me.
Isn't his name John Bon Jovi?
John Bon Jovi, yep. John Bon Don.
No, I picked up the phone on that last play.
Jeez, it took me a whole play to think of somebody's name.
I'm just letting him struggle, folks.
Oh, I struggle. It hurt my brain. I hate that when something's right there and you can't get... You're going all around it, but you can't get it right on. You're just like, yep, I'm just stupid. Just keep going.
Third down, 1 yard to go to bring up a new set of downs.
Derek King back in. He'll keep it. Up the middle, it's a touch. Oh, no, it's not. It's very deceiving when they get down in this goal line, dude. It's so hard to see the field.
Yeah. They're about 3 yards out.
Well, I thought they were already on the 1 yard line. Like, first and goal. They got the first down. It's only a matter of time before they get into the end zone now. And then now we can expect to see this clock go all the way down every time.
Somebody in the chat.
Can I?
Can you?
Yeah.
You know who I want you to tag.
John Bon Jovi.
Wow, defense came screaming in on that one. Number 51. Willie Harvey.
Who am I tagging?
The XFL guy.
The Rock?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is his name Dwayne?
I don't
Rock.
I don't know if it is.
Johnson.
Yeah, it's gonna tell you how to spell it.
How do you text someone? Oh, okay.
Steps back over the middle. And again, defense keeping them out of the end zone. This defense is holding strong. 3rd and goal. Defense gave up a 2-yard kind of a pass after it dropped back about 5 yards. But not being able to get in is huge for them right now.
I gotta look up his name.
No, I had to too. I don't think the Rock is in there. 3rd and goal. Quick pass over the middle. Caught, and he'll take a hit at the end. Caught by number 1. Chris Blair. First time we're saying his name. Little 4-yard touchdown reception. I always forget I have this thing.
See, I probably have to go on YouTube and tag him.
That's how I didn't know. You're on YouTube. You mean Facebook?
Yeah. Wow. So far behind. This is not live. What's going on?
Looks like they're going for a 2-pointer. Yep. 2-pointer. Currently 34-20, trying to make it 36. Lemons all over this place.
I'm not talking about cars.
There's just a half a lemon right behind the defense. I don't get it.
That's so funny. Just half a lemon.
Still working on that snake, too.
There we go. We're tagging Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, guys. So if he replies...
Huge. Look at that snake.
Wow! It looks like they're cheating a little bit. You see that? They got cup separation. Come on. Need a real stack.
Who cares? That is crazy. There's a lot of people there, too.
It really is.
That's a ton. I wonder what the attendance on that is. Obviously, they'll let us know in a couple days. But I think that's pretty good. That's what you want to see if you're The Rock.
Yeah, and fans getting into it.
And what The Rock needs to see is this live.
He's going to look at all that cups and try to add up how much money he made off of beer sales. Look, it was right almost at the camera the last time we seen it from this view. Now it's almost over the...
Don't take our snake. She was right.
Don't take our snake.
But why are they throwing lemons and making a snake?
They're sour lemons, dude. They're ruining it. That's a better flag than what it originally is.
Yeah, who cares?
Shouldn't be "Don't tread on me." It should be "Don't take our snake." See, look at his hat. You see it? Had a cup of beer with a snake around it, dude. Everyone loves a snake in stadiums now.
Finally, this is the longest 2-point intermission ever.
They had to tell the players to calm down. We want to look at the snake first.
Okay, I'm moving back to pass. Up the middle.
Not enough.
In.
Didn't quite get across the plane.
They'll keep it 34-20. Down by 14.
That's 6 minutes. It's going to be rough. St. Louis is going to have to come out slinging the ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a big first drive. And then a big stop. Just got a chain look like Flava Flav with a lemon.
Flavor Flav.
If anybody has been watching the XFL and has a favorite team, let us know in the chat who it is and why you're rooting for them. We already explained ours, so kind of a connection to our NFL teams.
Right.
But like I said, I don't really have one. just because I'm trying not to. I want to keep this. I don't want to make it about one team. I want to be able to make it about all teams. Wow. I want to be able to get excited about all teams, even if they're the Guardians. And they're bad. No, I don't care if it's a bad team or a good team or it's a bad matchup. Like if both the teams are bad, I just want to see good football. I don't like to see one-sided blowouts. I just like to be able to watch and enjoy the whole game.
Right. If it's so boring to me and the score isn't even close and I'm looking away at my phone, it's not a good game.
Yeah.
I want to be completely
immersed,
entranced in the game. Like, don't get it to where I don't want to look away.
Yeah. And again, if you think the XFL and USFL should merge, just like we thought about earlier, let us know your thoughts on that. Or if you like the USFL more than you like the XFL, or whatever, vice versa. But in all realisticness, like, I don't even know if that's a word, I think it would be better for both leagues if they were brought together.
Yep. Both of these leagues are looked at as a filler until it is no more. What was the other league that went under recently?
They had the FCF.
FCF.
It's not under.
Oh, it's just not on yet?
It's still going. I get emails all day.
Really?
Almost every day that say,
the fan
we are
control
now
league?
live. Yeah,
Wow.
honestly, that was garbage.
Yeah, that was, you put too much hype in between plays, really.
It was, what was it called? Arena football. It was arena football with the fans calling every single play.
Yeah.
So you had to take time in between plays for the fans to cast their vote on plays that should be ran. In between every single play, and it just
drags it out more than necessary.
Could have been cool.
Here he is, Chris Blair, the leading receiver for the Defenders.
Another hole for the Battlehawks.
Battlehawks, they keep
Still
going.
On his feet over
the 50, the 40, the 30. Great return.
Big run by Darius Shepard, the man of this game.
They're like, Captain Crunch, you got to sit down for a second, dude. This dude's on fire.
Well, Captain Crunch only does punt returns.
Oh, why not whole returns? Like, jeez.
Darius Shepard just on fire every time he's touching that ball, though. Putting Battlehawks in great field position to start this drive, to start this comeback. Down 14, ball on the 30-yard line. Man in motion, two receivers, one at the top, one at the bottom. You got a running back, fullback position, handoff. Number 23, gain of 2 yards, Brian Hill. 5.5 minutes to go in the fourth. A.J. McCarron looking to speed things up a little bit. Second 8. 2 receivers, top and bottom. McCarron alone in the backfield. Quick pass up the middle. Dropped by the receiver. Couldn't hang on to it. Never had it in the first place.
Giovanni Haskins was the attempted receiver.
I'm glad you saw it because I couldn't. And then they switched the camera, and then it threw me off completely.
Second half today. St. Louis only has 9 plays.
It'd be nice if the XFL... It'd be nice. XFL, USFL, Spring Bowl. That would be
that's
cool.
A good idea. That would be kind of cool.
Slant over the middle. Number 13 caught just short of the first down.
The only problem with that is the USFL starting when the XFL is dying down. So it would be like they're both... One of them's fresh. The other one is on their off-season, kind of.
Hey, guys, DEF scored. Keep in mind, for some reason, our live cast... Not keep in mind, because I'm sure you don't really know. our live casts are not live with TV. They're always like, it depends on what you're watching on. Facebook is like 4 seconds behind. YouTube is like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So we do try to keep up with it. Sometimes I do miss it. I do appreciate the shout outs and when I need to fix something.
But like our live right now that we're watching on the TV is probably different than the live we've noticed this when we weren't together before. Like I have to rewind the YouTube 10 seconds just to be able to see, for him to be talking about what I'm seeing finally. So I mean, there's a little bit of a desync, and that's all just about, there is no true live anymore.
Until we can get rights to show the XFL on screen with us.
Yes, then it would be night and day different.
And then you just tune into our app.
Yep, and that's it.
And then just watch it.
Then we're no longer a companion, we're the whole thing.
Yeah. So the best thing to do is...
The X-Bowl.
The best thing to do is sync your TV up with us and hope it doesn't fall off somehow, which it shouldn't.
Yeah, I'll say I've had to do this a couple times where I couldn't come and be here in person, so I just kind of got the fan experience of the side that Corey does, and I liked it. But yeah, the desync's the biggest problem. There's just, it depends on what app you're watching on, if it's even live in general.
But the only way to get those right is Caesars Sportsbook.
Caesars, that's it. Caesars.
But until that happens, I mean, we're going to have to share the heck out of this, and we got to talk to The Rock. We got to talk to Dwayne Johnson himself and be like, hey, give us some rights so we can put out better content for you. Because that's all we want to do. We want to make the XFL huge. Obviously, the brand that we run, we want to make big. Why not do it together?
Ultimately, we're just fans that like doing this, so if we can make a job or a career or a life out of it, why the heck not? That's the whole goal in life, right? Is to end doing something you like doing. There's Greg Williams talking right now, defensive coordinator for the DC Defenders. And this defense right now is the thing that's keeping them in big time, so 2.5 minutes left. Teamu hands the ball off. It's to Armstead.
And it's looking like it's going to be a win for DC here.
Yes.
They're up 14. Almost 2 minutes to go. It looks like they got this one pretty much on lock.
A.J. McCarron, 21 for 33, 221 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception.
And it makes sense because DC coming into this was the better team. They did it in a way that I didn't think they were going to do it. It's been a ton through the air.
Yeah.
Which is not their normal self. But...
And the way they swap up quarterbacks is what's getting me.
Yo, that's insane. Apparently it's working for them.
Teamu, 11 for 20, 196 yards and a touchdown. King only had 3 for 3, 14 yards and a touchdown. The fact that he only completed 3 attempts lets me know King was in there for the run game. Because he was in there more than 3 plays. We know that hands down. It's just 90% of the time when he was in there, it was going to be an option, run play, or a short screen. On the running side for DC, Abram Smith, 50 yards. Raquel Armstead, 50. Abram Smith had 54, sorry. So they rushed for over 100 yards. Lucky Jackson, 4 for 89.
The beast of the game.
Chris Blair, 2 for 62 in a touchdown.
If you needed a big splash play, you were throwing it up to Lucky.
Yeah, Lucky, man. Some of the balls he came up with catching was incredible.
It's insane.
That's the game. That's the stats. We got 1:58 left, 3rd and 3. There's no possible way for St. Louis to come back and win this.
You would need a kickoff return. Well, that would be on top of them scoring, too.
Yeah.
You would need a stop. Basically.
And a turnover.
Ideally, you want a defensive touchdown.
Yeah.
Ideally, get it done quick. And then you'd have to score again really fast. So 6, get 9 points.
Do they have onside on here?
6. I don't know. I haven't seen one yet. You would have a 6 point off the score, 3 point for 9. 3 pointer, you'd have to convert the 3-pointer.
Yeah.
And then you're only down 5. You're only down 1 score. That is kind of crazy to think about.
Technically, you could go get 6, get the 2. You're down by 8. I mean, you go to 28. You're only down by 6. That's a touchdown. And then to win the game, all you need is that one.
That is true.
But I don't think we're not gonna see it. So.
But that's what I like about this. The way it's set up, though, it is very possible.
Like I mentioned, scoreagami in the NFL is a thing because they're stuck to certain patterns with how they can produce points. You don't get just one-on-one. You don't just get 1 point anytime. Only 1 point is followed by 6. And then outside of 6 or 1, you're scoring 2 or 3. Those are the only combinations. So scoreagamis can happen if a score has never been hit in history before by like a random 2 safeties or something. XFL, a lot less opportunities for any scoreagami just because so many more mixtures, combinations.
Bringing in pressure for the Battlehawks.
Bring up 4th down. They should be punting it here.
Yeah, you got nothing to worry about.
You
punt this. You don't even try it. We appreciate everybody who's been here throughout the live cast. There's always going to be more, so make sure you join us next Sunday. It's usually on Sundays, unless something crazy happens. There's videos throughout the week, whether it's from the Sports Beach channel or whether you go over to the Ballers on a Budget channel, like I mentioned earlier, sports and gaming. Go check him out, show him some love. But if you like the content, if you like the channel, if you want to see something grow from nothing, make sure you're showing us some love and some support. Whether it's in the chat, like you've been doing so far in the chat, whether you're liking, commenting, or subscribing, or just sharing that content. That's another big thing. Just sharing gets us in front of so many other people that we aren't already. So we appreciate that as well. But we got 1 minute and 54 seconds.
Captain Crunch is back to return. We'll see if he can do anything before this game ends. Nope. It'll stand up. Oh! It was closely stood up at the one.
Greatest kick in history.
That ball wanted to stop so bad.
He would have been the new mascot for the leg action merch.
Legatron for sure. Look at that. It looked like it was angled out of bounds and then it like creeped back in like, okay, hold on. Just across the plane, literally a second too late.
Crazy.
That would have just put the nail in the coffin for them. Being down at the 1 yard line, needing 14 points in 2 minutes.
Yeah. Sharing is caring. Battlehawks gonna have to go all out on this drive.
Darius Shepard to the bottom of your screen.
10-yard pass. That's all he'll get.
It's Hakeem Butler. Remember Hakeem Butler and Darius Shepard. Sorry, forgot his last name. They've been the 2 main receivers for St. Louis. AJ McCarron's gonna be hucking and chucking that football. Look for these 2 receivers to get it. Steps up. He's grabbed. Throw it away. Oh. No, he doesn't. He'll take the sack.
Yeah, he was put on a merry-go-round. I couldn't even call the play. Cody says a hooking and chucking. No, God.
AJ McCarron coming over to the sideline. Looks like they just took a timeout to stop the clock.
They will. They're going to conserve as much time as possible, obviously.
I love that he walked over to the sideline just to walk right back. Nobody said anything to him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he doesn't need to. They all have mics in their helmet.
It looks like they're just giving up right now. I mean, short pass. Look for a short pass. Just to get something. Get somebody to catch the ball for some type of yards. Don't go out looking sad.
Oh, we may need to reshare this one, too. Because I shared the first one.
I just shared it.
Okay.
Both of them. On both of my Facebooks, so. It was when St. Louis first got down by 14. I reshared it. It was probably 6 minutes left in the game.
McCarron steps
short
up.
Pass, like I said.
Hakeem Butler over the 50.
Keep going. Got a minute and 4.
Oh, and there.
Oh, and there. Flags will stop it. The clock is stopped.
They don't care. The refs are like, you want to fight? Move it to the end zone.
Right. Get out of the way so we can keep balling.
Yeah.
And the clock
That would have
did
been
start
3
going
flags
again.
in the NFL.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
A minute left. 14 points needed.
DC looking to hold on to that undefeated streak. St. Louis about to have a home game, which I'm kind of shocked they haven't had one yet.
Yeah.
It'll be going into week 4 with their first home game. Looking to get back on track. McCarron, another short pass up the middle. Brian Hill moving his legs, making some yards work. Get back up. You gotta go. He'll get a new set of downs for the Battlehawks.
Who's taking a timeout this time? St. Louis gets a timeout back on the clock. Looks like there's a little bit of confusion going on. So Saturday, we had the Seattle Sea Dragons winning their first game 30-26 against the Vipers. Today, we got the DC Defenders beating the St. Louis Battlehawks. DC will step up and become the new number 1, as the Guardians will likely drop to 2 or 3 in the league, depending on the rest of the schedule today. McCarron, short throw, it's incomplete. There's some other undefeated ones. Roughnecks, what are they? Yeah, the Roughnecks are the other undefeated team, 2-0. If Brahmas win and beat the Roughnecks will probably drop down to 3rd or 4th. It would go DC, St. Louis, Roughnecks, then probably Brahmas after this for power ranking.
I like the Roughnecks in this. They move the ball very well. They're almost unstoppable. Silvers is a great quarterback.
Yeah, Brandon Hi-Ho Silvers.
He's crazy good. I would say probably the best in the league. I think they have right now Defenders
as first
quarterback. You can look individual player stats and it'll give you they have Benvenucci first. Yep. I forgot.
Brennan Silvers is now number 3rd, obviously, with A.J. McCarron playing this game.
I would switch those two around.
Well, that's just stats so far because Silvers hasn't played his 3rd game. A.J. McCarron's playing his 2nd. I'm assuming he didn't even start the 1st because this is adding this game right here. He was only at 400 before.
Oh.
In the beginning of the day. Yeah.
They do update it. That's pretty cool.
Brandon Silvers has yet to play, and he's still 200 yards behind A.J. McCarron. I'm assuming he'll pass that.
4th and 6, deep pass.
Intercepted by DC, but it comes at a cost.
That was a beautiful pick. It looked one-handed, too.
Yeah, it was nice, but now how injured is he? That's the only problem.
Yeah,
Silas Kelly.
28 seconds left in the game.
Goes up. He gets
You're already ahead. Just let him score at that point.
Bat it down. Yeah. Wasn't it 4th down? Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do is bat it down. Just going up to get... He comes over.
Oh, it was two-handed. But
Beautiful jump on the ball.
And immediately just grip.
I mean, he's getting up, walking around. So, I mean, the payoff is good. Joseph is excited.
But now you're 2 kneel downs or 1 kneel down away from winning this game.
Mm-hmm. This game is over. DC ranked number 1. St. Louis, hands down, will be ranked number 3 after today. And I think we will end up seeing... Let's go and look at that game real fast while we're here. You said Brandon Hi-Ho Silvers versus the Brahmas.
Cone, yep.
Corn is their quarterback.
Two awesome quarterbacks to be in the league. Regardless, I think both of them are in the South too.
I do believe. I didn't think I seen them in the North. It's hard to see their app is a little weird. Yeah, XFL North. Yep, they're both in the South right now.
That's Split. I think it's his name, like Split or something. I can't remember his name. Quarterback for the Renegades is pretty good too. But I think Cone outperforms the Renegades quarterback. It comes close to Silvers, but I think Silvers is better all around.
Okay. So your top 4 would be Ben DiNucci, Cone. Oh, no, Silvers, Cone. Silvers, AJ, and then you would put Cone?
See, I don't even know if I would have DiNucci first. I think Silvers would be my first. These just first on there because it's yards.
Oh, right.
I would have Silvers first. Probably then DiNucci. Yeah, I'd have Silvers, DiNucci, Cone, McCarron. I think is how I thought about it the other day.
Cone has the second highest percentage with relevant quarterbacks. Obviously, Derek King's thrown an 80, but he's only completed 4 attempts.
And it's hard to put in somebody from the Defenders team, regardless of how good they are, because they swap out so much.
We just had a score. 22 seconds left. St. Louis did score.
How?
I don't know, but they did.
How did they score? That was 4th down, and it was picked off.
Unless
he wasn't in bounds.
Yeah, maybe. Steven Mitchell crossed the plane to get the touchdown as A.J. McCarron throws and gets a good 2-point conversion. We're now down only by 6 with 22 seconds left. We will get the question answered. Is there an onside kick for the XFL? There's got to be some type of desperation.
I forgot they did that. To regain possession, you can take a 4th and 15 and try to get it.
That's awesome.
I forgot all about that. We were wrapped up in our conversation.
We thought it was over. We thought it was over.
We were just waiting for the kneel down.
Yep. Converted a 4th and 15 to retain possession. Ended up scoring off of it. And now here we are. Down by 6. That's funny.
That's insane. I completely forgot about that one. Onside kick.
Yep, they have them.
They're a thing.
Onside kick. If tied or trailing in the 4th quarter, you can convert a 4th and 15 to keep the ball. That's what they're doing right now.
Oh, nice.
So instead of kicking an onside kick trying to get it, if you're down, you can do this option instead.
I kind of like it because...
Look at the odds of an onside.
Yeah, exactly. The odds are
like 12%.
But if you're good at your skill positions, you have a better chance of doing this.
Yeah.
And they look like they're lined up for an onside kick.
It does look like... Oh, he's got pressure. It's no good. It's game over. A.J. McCarron's calling for a hit on the head.
He couldn't do anything. That was the worst play of the game.
Yeah, hands down. There is a flag, too.
Oh, of course.
Whoa! I'm seeing tons of punches being thrown. These guys obviously don't have huge paychecks they care about. Someone just chucked a helmet. This is hilarious. Pete, punches are still getting thrown.
Get in here and sort this out, Pete.
Right? Come on, Pete. Break it up. Look at the refs doing nothing. They're just standing there. It cracks me up, dude.
He's like, I don't make much. I don't make much either.
Right. My paychecks cannot afford this.
Oh, God. That's crazy.
This is what an ending. We thought it was anticlimactic. Not anymore.
Yeah. I'm glad we looked back up to the screen.
I just see someone on the ground and a DC's player just just going to town on whoever was on the bottom of that pile. Even the coaching staff wants it.
Well, I don't know what that was, bro. Okay. Ice in the veins. It's not what it looked like.
Right. You know, something in them veins.
So 16 seconds left. Obviously turning into multiple minutes. Yeah, I mean, they already lost. There's nothing St. Louis can do. Just at that point, just let the clock run and wrap it up. You got people going in ham on the sidelines. Just get the game over with and be done with it.
And there's just a lot of frustrations. Obviously, you've seen A.J. McCarron react right away. He thought he got hit in the head and there should have been a flag. He retaliated a little bit.
Looks like they're writing down all the jersey numbers.
Like, damn, Dean's going to be standing there for a while.
Just find everybody and get over.
I'll be amazed if you got a good angle of this. I will be amazed. I mean, they're looking, because technically, if this is a flag on DC,
flag, yeah.
The game's open. Like,
yeah, that gets them the ball back.
Or at least another chance for the 4th and 15 conversion. I don't know how they would play it.
If it's a hit to the helmet, it's usually 15 yards.
But I don't know if they're calling the hit to the helmet or the 5-minute fight afterwards. They're going to read off the list of everyone who was involved.
It's just one of those cartoon scrolls that hits the ground and keeps
All
rolling.
Right. Start from the top.
No, they're not done.
You got 2 for DC, 1 for St. Louis. First down.
Spot at the 19-yard line, first down.
What?
Wow.
Looked like McCarron was ready to go home. They're like, not yet, bud. What is going on with your hair, too? Wow. Looked like Ace Ventura when he was with the tribesmen.
I say look like Marv. Not Marv. What's the other one?
Marvin Sticky Bandits you're talking about?
Yeah.
What is the other name?
It's Joe Pesci.
Yeah, what is his
Can't
name?
remember his name when he gets the fire at his
Yeah.
Oh,
The only difference is he was wearing a beanie. A.J. McCarron had hair.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it looked like.
It did look like it. What is his name? That's hilarious.
I can't remember. Because Marv's the tall lanky.
Yeah, everyone knows Marv. We know him. We know the group as the Sticky Bandits, but we can't think of the other bandit.
I can't think of his name.
I'm drawing a blank. Like it's not even there. Like the word was earlier for John Bon Jovi.
Yep. Okay, defenders got it, and they still wanted that ball. Another flag.
Another one. Come on now.
I'm not even breaking.
It should be on number 90. Look like.
I mean, honestly, there shouldn't be a flag because that should not be illegal. You're still trying to get to the ball.
Yeah, you play until the end whistle. That's what everyone says.
The longest 16 seconds of my life.
Another first down for DC. I mean, they're about to score and they don't even need to touch the ball.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, just let this clock wind.
But yes, thank you. I was going to say, please don't make them do another play.
Harry
and Marv. Harry! Yeah, you're right, Brandon.
Thank you. Honestly, I didn't think you were watching.
Me either. Marv and Harry, the Sticky Bandits.
Yeah. I kept wanting to say Henry, too.
Henry.
I just couldn't figure it out. But there you have it. In the books. The first XFL LiveCast from Sports Beast. There will be plenty more to come because the XFL is awesome. We'll figure out which team we're going to be calling next week and let everybody know. They were the Wet Bandits, but they were also the Sticky Bandits in the New York one.
Yeah.
He steals all the...
That's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I think about. He just walks by, ching, boom, yeah. Salvation Army.
Like 38 cents. We'll let you know which team we're going to be calling, or which game we're going to be calling next week. It'll be the 1 o'clock game, whatever that is. You have it right in front of you.
Oh, yeah. That's why I pulled this up. Saturday, Sunday. There is no 1 o'clock game on Sunday.
Oh, snap.
It's either going to be full, which
Oh,
I won't be able to do it unless we do Saturday at 7 or something.
Well, we'll figure out who we're calling and let everybody know.
That's the day I go to 3rd, so.
Defenders win it. They're now the best in the North, 3-0. 34-28 against St. Louis today. But, again, as always, make sure you're showing us some love. Like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever you got to do. We appreciate one and or all of those. If you like gaming, make sure you're checking out Sports Beast. I'm sorry. Make sure you're checking out Ballers on a Budget channel for gaming and sports content, more sports content. And if you just want to do some gaming, check out The Graveyard on Facebook and YouTube for all of us.
I mean, he gave us Harry. So, I mean, he's already adding something.
We appreciate just everybody stopping in. This is probably the most we've had viewing at once.
What is that?
It's 6 and 3. So not bad.
Oh, okay.
This will be a good one when it's all said and done. But again, yeah, we just want to thank everybody for being here. Thanks for being so active in the comments and
random people popping in. That's good. That means we're reaching
others,
the crowd we normally wouldn't have. So it's a good thing.
So yeah, just thanks for coming. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Peace. Oh, I like the